Hi there, Dal from Challengers Comics here to talk to you all about this week's new books. The first week of releases for January 2025. It's not a lot of stuff, you guys. It's a small week. Lucky we're kind of getting anything this week, and there are some huge books, but it's not a huge amount of product any way you look at it. Starting with Absolute Superman number 3. Really excellent issue, focuses more on the Krypton stuff, but I'm really enjoying that aspect of the story. It's very different for a Superman comic. New issue of Batgirl. Second to last issue of Chip Zdarsky's Batman, this with fill-in art by Tony Daniel. A reprint of Batman 608, which is the first part of Hush. This is a replica edition, basically letting you read the first chapter of the soon-to-be followed-up-on Hush comic book by Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. New issue of Birds of Prey, wrapping up the current storyline with another cool Ryan Gonzalez cover. Cable, Love and Chrome. This is kind of following on from last week's time slide issue. This is what Cable's up to in a brand new alternate timeline. Sam Wilson, Captain America. And in case you were wondering, yeah, Marvel's completely aware of the fact that Sam Wilson fights a Red Hulk in an upcoming movie. So here's a 5-issue miniseries where Sam Wilson fights a Red Hulk. Creature Commandos, Creeping Below. A replica edition of DC Comics Presents 26, not necessarily important because of the Superman and Green Lantern comic book, but more for the first appearance of the new Teen Titans in a 16-page comic book. Deadpool Wolverine, much like Sam Wilson, Captain America gets a new miniseries. Hey, Deadpool Wolverine made like $1 billion this summer, so here's a comic book where Deadpool and Wolverine team up. What makes this one kind of interesting and at least worth checking out is the creative team is Ben Percy and Josh Cassara, who worked on X-Force together for a long time. So, I mean, definitely two guys who know how to do a Deadpool comic and a Wolverine comic. So here's Deadpool and Wolverine together. Moving up, Hello Darkness, a new installment of the very excellent Garth Ennis, Becky Cloonan, post-apocalyptic nuclear war horror comic. New issue of JSA Justice League, The Atom Project. If you've been reading any of the recent Justice League themed DC comics, you've seen them mention the Atom Project a whole bunch of times. This is the comic where you can actually see what it's all about. Features 2 Atoms and 1 Captain Atom, so I guess 3 Atoms altogether. Variant cover by Dan Mora. New Poison Ivy. New issue of Saga. It's been a little while since issue 70 came out. This is the penultimate chapter in the current arc. Huge stuff, as always, happening in Saga. Really excellent. This book never misses for me. Some Spider comics. New Two-Face, new Ultimates, other stuff, and then last but maybe least, What If Galactus Transformed the Hulk? This is the first of 5 What If Galactus Transformed a Character one-shot comics that are going to be coming out over the next, I think, 4 weeks. This one is a story where Hulk becomes a Galactus Herald. I don't know if you know this, but Galactus is going to be in a movie coming out from Marvel Studios later in 2025. I, honest to God, wish that you couldn't set your watch to what Marvel movie property needs comic book stuff to set it up or pay it off 6 months in advance. I feel like there's enough Galactus comics in the world that they didn't need to do this miniseries, but they did. So anyway, maybe check it out. We didn't get a ton of copies, which is why I'm kind of bad-mouthing it. Anyway, that's it for the comics this week. Graphic novels and toys, not a whole lot of stuff. We got a What If pop vinyl. We got a reissue, I think, of the Venom Marvel's Carnage Build-A-Figure all in one box. Some cool graphic novels. This one, I believe, was one that we hadn't really stocked before, but Patrick's friend from Sketched, David Harper, had put it on his best of list, so we decided to stock a few copies. So if you want to check that out, we can do it now. Get Fury, collecting the really excellent miniseries, some superhero stuff, and my pick of the week, and certainly the book that I hope everyone can check out this week since there is not much else, I Heart Skullcrusher Volume 1. This collects, I don't remember how many issues. What is this? The first five issues. Look at all these cool things that people are saying about it. I thought this was excellent. Really blew me away. It's a very fun YA-tinged post-apocalyptic sports story. Basically think of like Harley Quinn in a sports manga, and set it all in a Mad Max world, and that's kind of I Heart Skullcrusher. It's great. I really loved it. Again, no excuse not to check it out this week because basically nothing else came out, which is why we have an entire shelf devoted to catalogs. and another shelf devoted entirely to catalogs. Oh, one last thing. We got some boxes in this week. New Marvel decorated boxes for Rogue Savage Land that'll be coming out in a few weeks, and Magic that's going to be coming out next week. So much good stuff. Not necessarily so much stuff, but so much of what's coming out is good. And yeah, that's all going to be on sale New Year's Day, January 1st. We are going to be open our normal hours, 11 to 7 on Wednesday, January 1st. Patrick and I will be here. Please come by and check out the new books. And hey, if we haven't seen you for all of December, maybe come by to grab your stuff. That would be great. Thanks so much for watching. Keep reading comics.